Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
They just want to know, are you close to touching a million? Pretty much.
Yeah, you ain't close to touching a million yet.
Yeah.
And you were saying that it's a daily process of not caring about what people think.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do as a daily process? Because like you said, you got to work at it. Like, what's something that you do? Because somebody might hear that and they be like, okay, well, how? Like, what do you mean? Like,
I just practice it. So it's like everybody has times in their life where you're going to either fight or flight. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be a hero or you're going to turn into a coward. So sometimes I challenge myself, you know what I mean? Like, okay, prime example, say it's a teammate who I'm kind of intimidated of, you know what I mean?
You've been intimidated by a teammate?
Yes, of course. Especially my veteran teammates, for sure.
Oh, like as a rookie?
Yeah, as a rookie, or, you know, it hasn't happened a lot in my career, but
Right.
there's been a time where it's like a dude with a hot head, we just ain't got the chemistry, we really don't
You know there's going to be some problem.
mesh friend-wise, and I'm not scared of him, but I know if we talk, or if I say how I feel, there's going to be some confrontation.
Yes.
So it's like times where, in the past, like I said, my younger self, my rookie self, I kind of held my tongue on how I felt, and that's caring what people think, because I'm like, if he don't agree with how I feel, then it's going to be a problem. Now, I just say what needs to be said, because for one, we don't have time, and secondly, I've just got older and challenged myself to speak up more.
I think I heard something one time that was like in your 20s, you think everybody's wondering what you think. When you're in like your 30s and 40s, you don't worry about what people think. And then when you're like in your 60s and 70s, you realize nobody was really thinking about you at all.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Exactly.
No one was really thinking about you.
So, luckily, through books and just life experiences, I've got past the whole caring what other people think. Especially, what really helped me out was becoming a content creator. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because
You can't if you want to be a content creator.
yes, you can't. My first year and a half, I really didn't show my face. I was just posting like NBA highlights and like NBA news and stuff. And even still, I was kind of like conscious about posting, because I'm like, oh, people think I'm just going too hard, too extreme. Like,
Right.
oh man, he's posting every day. But then as I was going on with that, I'm like, bro, I'm not doing it for them.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for me to provide good content, good information, and help myself get out the struggle. So it's like I gotta stop worrying about what the people think. And after like a year and a half where I ain't see really no traction from just posting basketball highlights, I started posting myself, and I felt very weird about that. You know what I mean? But
I don't even remember what your content was like when you first started.
it was more so just like, who's the best shooting guard? Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant.
I remember that. I'm
Wade,
talking about
Wade.
like your content when you started doing like more of you and your content.
It was just sprinkled in, you know what I mean? It started off with like more so just tutorials,
Yeah.
and then like it took me a while to get to the voiceovers, but yeah, when I started doing the funny stuff, that's when I really was like taking a leap of faith, because I'm like, what if they don't think it's funny? What if, like, even myself was like, oh, this is a little cringe-worthy, like, ugh.
Cringe.
Like,
It's so
but
cringe sometimes.
once you
man.
realize, though, that we all live in the same life, and you realize that's just the beginner phase of really, I want to say everything, but this content creator thing, like, everybody went through a cringy phase. Everybody put out content where they was like, they didn't really feel that content. But the key thing is, like we talked about, you just gotta have to take that leap of faith and just put it out there anyway. So it's like, once I got used to that, and then I started getting comments, oh, look at his teeth, he got a big ass gap in them teeth. Look at him, he need to cut that hair. This is when I had hair. They're like, bro, you balding in the bag. Just negative comments.
Just
you know
going
what I mean?
in.
But I was just like, you know what, bro, this is through the other side of somebody's iPhone or Samsung. It don't have
Twitter
nothing to do with
figures.
it. Exactly. They just doing it to make themselves feel better. So I'm like, not only that, they interacting with my content. So I'm like,
That's the best part. They don't even realize. The more
even
you
if they
talk,
leave
yeah.
the negative comment, they had to sit there and watch the video, which gave me a view, and double bonus, you commented.
Right.
So it's like, I just learned the way, just like to let the thing, you know, your fear play in your favor.
You said about like how we're all living the same life, especially like a resemblance to this content creation, because I was looking, I tried to go back on Jesse Jones page because he had said something. I don't know why he took it down. He had, sometimes he goes into, I won't say rants. However, it's like, just like we're doing here, we get to talk about
monologue.
Monologue, that's the word I'm looking for. He goes into his monologue about just what he had to do to get to his point in his career and all the stuff that he had to go through. It's like, I feel like our careers with his, like, I won't say backwards, but he started with the content creation first, then he started going into the overseas, and we're like, we started with the overseas, and now we're going into the content creation. But what do you see a lot of, like, resemblance and even his journey, because he is like an inspiration. We're trying to get to really like the level at where he's getting at, where all the accomplishments that he has. Shout out to Fillayy and stuff like that. But what are some of the resemblance you could see, especially as a content creator and a pro?
Main thing with everything in life, and especially if you want to be successful, especially you chasing something and you want to achieve something great in life, you just have to keep going. I heard about Fillayy back in 2017. I was in London and, just chilling with this dude I had met in London. He was a fellow American.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we had clicked. We lived like in the same apartment complex, and we had just, we would watch like NBA games and all that stuff, just hanging out. And he was like, hey, dog, you seen this dude? He is hilarious. He be like commenting, like putting his own take on like NBA highlights. I'm like, nah, who is he? And then, I'm not gonna lie, shout out to Fillayy. The first time I ever seen your video, bro, it was absolutely hilarious. Tween, hezzy, spin, skip down that lane, Fillayy. I was like, wow, this is highly entertaining. This is hilarious, and he's got basketball incorporated in it. So I'm like, this is genius. Like, he's gonna take off. And then, I didn't think nothing of it. You know what I mean? Like, I saw the video, I thought it was funny. But then guess what? He kept going. That's the thing we got in common. Because as he kept going, I kept seeing more and more in his video. I got a vibe of what he was into. And then later on down the line, I followed him. So it's like, keep going. First and foremost, one of the similarities. Believe in yourself. Because like you said, Fillayy didn't start out as a professional.
He did not start out as a pro.
Player.
I watched him doing a lot. He did not start off as a pro. He was doing a lot of training. He was doing a lot of workout videos. Because I watched a lot of Devin. I think his name is Devin in the labs. 10,000 hours. They always training together. That's like his boy. And I remember watching his videos. And he was talking about Fillayy like, hey, you need to go overseas. Like, it's time. You've been doing a lot of work now. It's time.
So like, just believing in yourself and like same for us and taking the leap of faith with this social media grind. Like, we got a lot of people, that are supporting us, that know us personally, that do support us, but
we're really taking over Chile.
But there's also a good amount of people that know us personally that don't support us. So it's like, you can't rely on people like not believing in you or just giving up on you or even hating on you to keep going on this path. You gotta believe in yourself. And with Fillayy, he made it with overseas basketball where he didn't really start off like that. And like for me personally, I'm 34 years old. I
almost did it again.
I already know you should have had it. I was trying to think a lot. But like I said,
go ahead.
We're the same age, by the way. So everybody was at home. Damn, I'm 34 years old.
Dang.
Yeah. So for everybody at home, we the same age. I just want to let you know. The way I was like, damn, dude's old as hell. I'm 34 too.
But I'm a good 34.
I'm a good 34 too. I just ain't got no hair. I'm a good 34 too. I just ain't got no hair. But anyway, before I was rudely interrupted, but you know what I mean? It's like, I still got dreams of going to the NBA. And I'm using my words and being impeccable with my words. I'm manifesting with my words. And next year I will be in the NBA. I'm going to go through the G League route. I'm going to play for the College Park Skyhawks.
You love Atlanta, boy.
I do. I love Atlanta.
Boy, you love Atlanta.
I'm a proud Atlantean. Shout out to the South Side, Riverdale, Clayco, College Park, Cleveland now, the whole South Side, Zone 3. I love Atlanta, baby. But yeah, bro, I'm going to play for the Hawks. And I'm going to make it because I believe in myself. And the last thing, man, you got to put the work in. You know what I mean? We got crazy work ethic.
You do got crazy work ethic.
You look at Fillayy, man, he been everywhere. He been, on Good Morning America, ESPN. I'm a assuming he's been on, but I know he's been featured and like got some
for
major
sure.
shout out. I think Stephen A. Smith gave him a shout out, so people know who he is.
Oh,
and
for sure. He definitely
from the
known.
start, I'm not gonna say from the bottom, but at one point nobody knew who Fillayy was. I didn't know who Fillayy was back in 2017, but all it took was him just putting out good content, constantly putting it out, and I got introduced to him, and you know he at where he at now. So
Yeah, that's dope. Fillayy definitely paved the way. And the one thing I've seen about him, from when he started in doing his content creation to now, once he's playing, once you touch his overseas basketball life, you start realizing like this is a whole different type of lifestyle you got to navigate. Because he wasn't talking about the overseas life, but the minute you get overseas and you start experiencing all of the things that goes on, you start experiencing how people approach you differently, and how people, like you say, start hating. Because he was on one of his monologues, so I watch a lot of his content. He's monologuing on like, once you start doing basically what you've been working so hard to do, people just start hating on you so much.
for
Like,
no reason, I'm getting hated on like crazy for no reason. And you play,
yeah.
it's crazy because you can put up the numbers, you can be,
Oh
you know,
my
doing
God.
everything legit, but people always got something to say. That's why you just got, like we talked about earlier.
Are you gonna talk about what? Are you gonna say what happened?
No, I'm not.
Why? You said you was gonna tell me later.
I told you after we win the series.
No, even coach don't want to tell me.
I told him not to tell you.
Why? Why?
Because
Why are y'all hating on Big Deuce so crazy? Big Deuce is a baller.
It's okay. I'm using it as motivation. I want to say thank you to everybody that, I'm not even going to say everybody, the people who are competing against in Chile. More so the players.
Oh my goodness, man.
You know, I don't know why the players out here really think I'm not like that, but I proven myself. It's like, it's crazy because
I've never seen this,
I
bro.
can see like if I was playing close to like 35, 38 minutes a game, which normally I do when you're
What your minutes per game was finishing out the season? Like 25?
25,
That is
26.
low.
That might be my career low.
This is my career low in Chile.
Yes.
So,
25, 26. Look, for all the youth over in the States, or if you're watching this video and you thinking about becoming a professional basketball overseas, get in great shape. Because guess what? Most teams, most countries you go to playing,
you're going to have to
you're going to play the whole entire game.
You're going to have to hoop.
I just came from Iraq. Before I came here, I played 40 minutes. And guess what my numbers were, Arnold? 38, 33, 30, 35, 25. Nothing below really 25, like with no problem. And like I said, the talent here is good, but the bigs in Iraq were a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And I want to say more skilled, but they were on the same level as Chile, maybe slightly a little
What's
bit
the
better.
difference between Iraq and Chile basketball?
Just the size. They're a
as
lot
far
bigger.
as the players are a lot bigger,
Imports.
like height-wise, or like they actually more stocky?
I think you just got more collection and everything. I think they focus on a lot of bigs out here because the locals not
The
so,
locals are
so big.
naturally
And
small
that's
people.
That's now that I think about it, they had a lot of local big men in Iraq, so there's a lot of good guards. But a lot of big guards like 6'4", 6'5", bouncy. But you know, skill level is pretty much the same, man. It just depends on what team you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The bigs out there they were big, bro. And I held my own. And that's why, like we talk about people hating on me, like, bro, I'm not even playing. A lot of these players in the league get 30 minutes, 33 minutes, 40 minutes. Bro, if I had them type of numbers, I would be top 5 in every offensive category.
Yeah, it's been a very strange year. It's been a very strange year from you coming in to the minutes you were playing to just this type of situations. Like right now, speaking on the season, like we're starting the season off kind of not the season, we're starting the playoffs off kind of crazy because we got guys that's injured. Like, I'm very confident in us. However, we are going through a little bit of, it's part of the journey.
Right.
It's just going to really.
At this point in the year, I heard Reggie Miller say it on TNT, man, at this point in the year, everybody's banged up.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.